Okay, hi YouTube, the Denver Chess Club again. Um, I prepared for a different master, and I got this one, and I was like, okay, I mean, it's fine. But, the time control at these tournaments, I'm still getting used to. It's game 70 with a 10-second delay, which is kind of strange. It's like, it's very fast, but the 10-second delay is definitely helpful. But a lot of this game, the problem was time management. So I beat him the last time we played, but I definitely shouldn't have. That game, I just, I mean, I just got kind of lucky. But yeah, this game, I think I was just in the driver's seat the whole time, and I blundered. But okay, he plays Caro Kann. The game went the same way it went as last time until this point. Last time he played knight e7, which is a very good move, but this time he played queen c7, which I thought didn't make a whole lot of sense. It's kind of a waste because, well, okay, the queen sometimes belongs on d8 to stop h4 from happening, as easily at least. And also, it's a little bit misplaced in some lines. Like, yes, sometimes the queen comes here anyway, but I feel like it's a little bit premature. But he was trying to mix it up, get like a different game than we got last time. So I defended the pawn, because it was attacked. He played knight e7, and I play knight d2, because I have to get the pieces out. And because he was threatening knight g6, and I don't want to have to play f4 to defend the e-pawn. So I rerouted my knight to a better square. And, you know, strong pawn on e5, and this bishop is not very good. I like white here. I don't know why anybody would play into this on purpose as black. I will never understand why people like these positions. I feel like I'm just much better. But he played bishop e7, I play c3, c5. c3 is just making a square for my bishop, and sometimes I go here. So here, last time, I tried to play h4. Like, it was the first time I got this specific line in the advanced. I used to play the two knights against the Caro Kann, and I'm trying to switch over to the advanced. So I wasn't aware of the ideas, but I felt like h4 was screaming to be played. Because it is, because the knight on g6 is pretty stupid. And I tried to play h4 in a very roundabout way by sacking a pawn, basically, and, relying on tactics. And it didn't work. I overlooked something in that game. And then, Josh said that a lot of the time you play g3 to play h4. So, okay. So I played g3 in this position. But here, h4 actually does work. I thought this would be not very good because he plays c4, and now I'm not threatening this anymore. But bishop c2, and, I saw that if he takes with the knight, this looks great because I play queen g4. This looks fantastic. But I thought he takes with the bishop. But I'm +3 here. So it's white to play here. I mean, you have more than one good move. But there's one really good idea. Good luck in your over-the-board game, champ. It's fun. Don't be nervous. Just play chess. Try not to think of any meta things, Just play chess. No, I'm not going to be doing any of that. It's weird. This is a very good pawn sack. So the idea here is b3. This is awesome. So b3, and your king can never ever castle, because I'm going to be playing bishop a3 at some point, so you can't castle. And if you castle here, then I just have bishop h7. It takes queen h5, and I win the knight. And your king is just wide open. I play rook e3, and I bring the rook over, and you're just dead. So this is amazing. b3 is a great idea. I didn't consider it. I didn't see it, but seeing it on the board, yeah, it looks fantastic. So there you go. There's that. But I just decided to not go crazy and just play g3, which is just it's just fine. I'm still better. And I don't really know what he does here, because if he castles, it's just making h4 even stronger. And if he ever tries to, stop me from playing h5, then maybe I take on g6, and, his pawns are terrible, and his king's a mess. Maybe. I don't know if I do, but... So if you're not castling here, what do you do? Is the problem. He played bishop d7, which is like, okay, sure. I play h4, and then he played bishop c6. Now, am I crazy, or why don't just play bishop b7 in one move instead of bishop d7 to c6? I don't know, it made no sense to me. After the game, he said that he was just kind of waiting to see what I would do. Maybe waiting to see if I'd commit to pushing the h-pawn, because he doesn't want to castle if I do that. But at the same time, you're just giving me, like, extra moves. It's just, yeah, I don't know, I just think I'm winning here. I just think this is great for white. So, it's just a matter of securing the advantage and then converting it. Now, the converting is the part that I'm not so good at. So here h6 is the first move that you should consider, I think. But I wasn't really too fond of h6, because I can see some scenarios where it's just giving him unnecessary counterplay, and it's letting his knight back out, and, you know, it's like I was getting flashbacks to the game we just looked at with the light squared bishop. So, I just thought I was in no rush to play h6, and if he has to play it, like, that's fine. All his pieces are just stupid. So I played bishop f4, just developing a piece. You know, castling queenside is never an option, because I just break him open with b4. So his king just has to stay in the center, and all of his pieces, like, that's also why I liked keeping the pawn on h5, is because, like, the knight has, it just makes the knight look even worse. So he played h6 to stop h6, which is fine. But now I'm like, okay, I completely shut down everything on the king side. It's time to work on the queen side. So I came up with this idea that I like. I don't think it's best, but I do like it. So they both do kind of nothing. Yeah. It's frustrating, but it's fine. So I'd like to play b4, obviously. That's the break that I want. It might be good right now. Like, it might be an okay pawn sack right now, just because, you know, you get so many open files against the queen and the king stays in the center. Like, that might be just fine. But I was thinking that I would like to prepare it, but if I spend too much time preparing it, then he could maybe play a5 and stop it forever. So I began thinking outside of the box here. It's like, okay, how do I stop a5 from happening? So a4 is what I played here. So a4 is very interesting, and my idea is that if he doesn't play a5 right now, then I'm gonna do it, and then I can take my time preparing b4. And my idea, if he plays a5, is playing b4 anyway. This was my idea. And if he takes, I play knight d4. And now I'm threatening knight c6 followed by bishop b5 if he takes. So I thought this was very good. I'm getting very good square for my knight, and maybe a passed pawn at some point, and opening a file without losing a pawn. So I liked this. So he didn't play a5. He played rook b8. And I would say this is one of two critical points in the game. Before I played a4, I didn't look at rook b8, which is stupid because it's kind of an obvious move. But now I thought for 15 minutes here. And that's kind of a long time to think in game 70. But if I can't play b4 here, if I have to play something stupid like b3, or like, I don't know, like queen c1 or something gross, then a4 was very bad, and I'm just worse. So I thought for a very long time here, and because I thought so long in this position, like talking about it with Josh, so I don't need to spend, he said I'm spending like 8 minutes is fine. I said I thought for 8 minutes thinking about b4 takes, and I was thinking about this, and I was trying to evaluate this. It's like, is this, what's going on here? Maybe 8 minutes is too long to think about this, but it's definitely the critical line. I think I'm doing just, like, very well here, but it's also just very scary letting him get the c-pawn here. I'm up in exchange, but he has 3 pawns for it. I mean, 2 if I take on a7. But this isn't really playing, and his king is extremely weak, and my rooks are extremely active, and it's hard for him to get the pawns going. But it was just kind of hard to, like, correctly evaluate this position from afar. I was just kind of afraid. Let me see, I haven't looked at the eval here. It's, like, +3, wow, okay. It felt what I should do, but I was just also very scared. And then I thought for another like 6 minutes about alternatives besides taking. And he said that I probably didn't even need to spend that much time doing that. He said that if this is bad, then I can probably just play it. So, yeah, I spent 15 minutes here when I didn't need to. But I ended up playing, I played b4, he took, and I played knight d4. And this is, you know, the best way to play here. And then he played a move that I didn't spend any time considering, which was bishop d7. And I was, you know, if he doesn't take the pawn, yeah, this is just great. Because he's just retreating a piece. But here, so here knight b5 seems obvious. I didn't have to think about that for very long. Because his, you know, his light squares are just, and his dark squares are going to fall apart. He has to choose between, you know, what he wants to let fall apart. So knight b5 I think is strong, and I think taking is forced. But then he plays knight d7, and I think this is the most critical point in the game, and this is where I blundered. And the strange thing is, here I relied more on intuition rather than calculation, when I should have relied on intuition on b4 and calculation here instead of the other way around, but I switched it. I only fought for like 3 minutes here. And to be fair, the move I played was like, you know, it was Josh's intuition too, but it just doesn't work out if you just calculate it. So white to play and win. You have two wins, I believe. Let me see. No, just one winning move. Only one. White to play and win. I played a losing move. I don't remember what I said about come across what way. Gotta be king h1. It's just frustrating when I always get these positions where, yeah, I played great, but then I only have one move that wins, and it's that I don't have a lot of time to find it because I spent so much time getting to the position. And he had like 20 minutes more than me. Yeah, so those are definitely the candidate moves: queen g4, c4, and c takes, and those were the 3 moves I was looking at. But, you know, like, my time just went under 20 minutes, and I played the move that just felt right. I didn't look far enough, though. I looked pretty far, but not far enough. I stopped looking one move too soon. It's very upsetting. Okay, so c4 is what I played. So c4 is losing, or not losing. It's not losing, but I'm definitely worse after this line. I think I'm exaggerating to say I'm losing. So taking on b4 is just equal. Takes and rook e2. But this illustrates how good queen g4 is. So in this position, I don't have queen g4. I had to play rook e2. And if I don't play, I mean, I could throw rook c1 in if I want to. I don't know, here or something. And then rook e2. But then he can just castle. Rook e3 castles anyway. I think. It looks kind of scary, but maybe he can get away with it. But if I play queen g4 first, I made a threat, you know, and he has to do something. I don't know what he does, honestly, because he can't go rook g8 because bishop h6. And if he just takes, I go here, rook f8. I'm like having this at some point, maybe even here. I think I looked at this and I was like, I don't know, the pawn's kind of far down here. But it's kind of defended a lot, so I don't know why I looked at, you know. I just spent the most time thinking about c4, so I thought it's what I should play. But yeah, queen g4 just doesn't allow castling. You want to sack the exchange there? It looks scary. Probably throw this in. Oh, then I at least have this. So I guess I go like, oh, I have this. I don't know that someone would find that, but I mean, I guess you would have to if your back is up against a wall like this. But maybe I just move the king or something. But then I have, you know, nothing better to just take. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, that's why queen g4 first, making a very direct threat. But yeah, okay, I played c4, and my idea was after takes, they play rook e4, which is the best move here. I'm only -1. And I was just like, okay, he's just completely losing. But rook takes b5 is like, now what? He didn't play this. I was very worried about it. I thought he was gonna do it, and he didn't. The funny thing is that he can actually just castle here. And this is about equal, because these pawns are worth... If he gets both pawns here, that's worth like a rook, at least. But okay, he played bishop c5, which is just terrible. And when I first looked at c4, I was like, he can't do that because this is pinned. But then I was like, oh, he has like some rook b4 tactic with bishop f2, right? So if I takes. But I stopped looking. So here's the position I stopped looking in. Did I not? I thought I wrote it down. Yeah, so I saw this position, and for some reason I thought I was losing here, because I didn't see bishop e3. But, I mean, I don't know, it's just terrible. I didn't visualize this specific position in my head, I just saw that these two things were connected when he takes on f2, so I thought I couldn't take on a7. So I thought I was just not doing well here. Also, don't I have rook c1 here? Isn't rook c1 just winning? Oh, he has queen a2. Then I have rook c2. What the fuck? Alright. Okay. Okay. But yeah, it just shocked me that he did that. And since I was like running low on time, I was just like, oh, okay, I guess I believe you. And so I started looking at other things. Before looking at that. Because like I just don't know how much time to spend in these positions. It's like, I don't know, like should I spend the rest of my time here figuring that out? I mean, it shouldn't take me that long, but I don't know. But sometimes it's beneficial to just look at something else and find something that doesn't lose, or something that looks good, and play that. So that's what I was trying to do. So I started looking at other alternatives besides rook c4, and I looked at this line. Okay, so bishop d7 takes, and this bishop has no squares. You know, it can't go here, 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 because I go here. And if he plays rook c8, I have rook d1, king e7, and then I play rook c1, and then the bishop can't move, and so I win a piece there. But then he played this, and I was like, what? I didn't think you could do that. And he played king e8, and then I realized the point. I mean, I realized it when he played rook c8, but my point is that he can't defend his bishop because of this pawn, but, you know, I also can't get back in time, because if I play this, then my bishop can't help. And, again, bishop f2. Like, if bishop f2 weren't a factor, I would be doing maybe okay here, but since it is a factor, I'm just losing, because I don't have time to do anything. I played rook c1, and I'm just losing. Yeah, I tried this. Oh wait, no, I didn't do that. I played here. But the problem is that he has this now, and I don't have bishop e3 to even try for anything because he takes and he has rook b1. So it was like it went downhill really fast. Yeah, I don't know, I miscounted or something, because I did see this idea, but I was like, it doesn't work because, oh yeah, even in the moment I was like, oh wait, but I take with check. But I was forgetting that he takes here or something. I was like, oh, I'm just winning. Yeah, I looked at this and I thought I was just winning, but then I was just being stupid and I forgot. He just takes it. I'm just an idiot. So, yeah, I don't know.